If your clutch is burned, changing gear is hard, and after releasing the clutch your bike stays in place and doesn't want to go, it's time for a fix. In this video I will show you how to replace your friction plates at home or with a few right tools almost anywhere on the road. If you don't want to drain and change your oil, just put the bike on the side stand and you are good to go. First thing, we need to remove the right footpeg and also rear brake lever. Also, if you have a custom engine guard and protectors, you most likely will have to remove the bottom part, like mine. The original one should be okay and not in your way. Now remove the plastic cover, and after that we will have to detach the clutch cable. Use number 14 spanner to release it from the guide, and then you can unhook it. Use number 10 spanner or nut to remove all the screws holding the clutch cover. You can use zip ties to hold the clutch cable on the frame so it's not in your way. Now carefully remove the clutch cover. It might not go easy, so don't use the hammer, but use something like a piece of rubber or something plastic to pry it out. Now you can clearly see this 2023 model have 3-spring clutch assembly with the slipper clutch, comparing to previous model which had 4 springs. There is a difference in the number of components inside the assembly, which I will explain later when we will be putting new plates in. Now we can remove 3 screws holding the springs in place, so we gain access to central lock nut. Before we can unscrew the central nut, there is a small piece of metal which we have to carefully push out. It's preventing the lock nut to get loose. Now for the central nut, you need special socket with 4 teeth at the end. Either get the original one, or I will put in description the size and link where you get the replacement. Use the impact gun to easily remove the central nut. If you don't have impact gun, you can use the standard wrench, but you will have to secure the whole assembly to prevent it from spinning. After removing central nut, you can pull out the whole clutch assembly from the clutch basket, but be careful to not pull the whole basket out, because there is a lot of washers which need to be put back in correct order and correct orientation. And for now we're not going to change the basket, only the clutch assembly and the friction plate. Try to pull the assembly out in one piece, so then you can see all the components and the correct order, how they fit back together. Disassemble and put down the clutch plate and friction disc, so you can see the correct order while we will assemble it back together. As I mentioned before, Euro 5 model 2023 onward have a 3-spring slipper clutch, comparing the previous model which had 4-spring non-slipper clutch. The main difference is in the number of friction plates, and also there are different steel plates between. The slipper clutch have 5 standard plates and 3 special. The previous model had 7 standard and 1 special. The good thing is the friction plates are exactly the same in both types, standard one and the special one. You just need a different number of each for different model of clutch. Also in this clutch there are 2 washers at the end or at the beginning. One of them has no orientation and doesn't matter which side it is, but the second one has slight conus, and it's very important to put it back in same orientation. Check the inner clutch basket and the pressure plate for any imperfection or damages, and also you can clean it before assemble back. Now the most important part before assembling new clutch together. Take the new friction plates and submerge them in oil, in emergency case at least for few hours, but ideally you want to let them in oil for at least 24 hours. If you don't do this, the clutch will be sticky and mainly the first gear will go very hard inside. I will add in description also link to full clutch assembly so you can see the part order and also which part and what catalog numbers you need to get. You can buy the set with the correct number of friction plates and steel disc, but make sure it's for correct type of the clutch. Okay, let's assemble it back together. We take the inner basket and start with two washers. The first one, it's the normal washer and it doesn't have any orientation. But the second one have slight bend and the bend need to face upward. Now we use first special friction plate, and right after it we put the steel disc. Then we continue with first normal friction plate and another disc plate, and we continue in same manner until we run out of normal plates. Always put the friction plate, then steel plate, then friction plate, and again steel plate. At the end we will put the second special friction plate, then steel plate, and then the last special friction plate. All teeth on the friction plates need to be in line except the first special one, which need to be between the rest. And at the end we will put the pressure plate back in. Most of the time you will don't need to change the springs, but since they are pretty cheap, you might as well to replace them. Before fitting assembly back to clutch basket, we put the springs back and install the screws without tightening them up. It will make the fitting much easier. Now we can take the full assembly and fit it back in the clutch basket. As I said before, all the teeth on the friction plate need to be aligned except the first one, the closest one to you, which fit in the small grooves on the clutch basket. The rest of them fit together in the long one. You might need to move the central axle in the correct position so the assembly fits nicely inside the basket. Never use the hammer to force the assembly in the basket. Just fiddle a bit with the central axle and it all should fit nicely together and easy. To double check you did everything correct, you can take the assembly out and put it back together. It should come out very easily and same to slide back in place very easily. Now before putting back central nut and the washer which fits under, we have two options. Either we again disassemble the springs as we did at the beginning, or if you have tool or patience you can remove the central bearing to gain the access to the nut. The central washer doesn't have orientation, so it can fit there either side, but the nut itself has the correct orientation, so make sure you can put it back together in correct orientation. You can clearly see where is the small metal plate which we at the beginning had to bend out one. This one comes towards you. Okay, central nut had prescribed torque of 105, so if your impact gun has a more precise setting, you can use the impact gun to initially tighten the nut and then use the torque wrench to set it in correct torque. When applying torque, to the nut, you have to secure the clutch basket in place. You can try to hold it with hand or piece of cloth as I did it, or you will have to use some specialized tool to secure the basket in place. Don't put a screwdriver or something like this between two, otherwise you can damage them. After tightening the nut, make sure you don't forget to bend piece of metal back in the small cut on the nut to secure it and prevent it from losing itself. If the seal on the clutch cover is not very damaged and you don't really want to change it, or if you are in an emergency situation, you can keep the old one if it's not too damaged or here. But otherwise I suggest you to buy the new seal, which is very cheap, and replace it also before you putting cover back. Before putting new seal in place, make sure you clean the surface, and also you can apply very small amount of engine silicone at the edge, which should cover any imperfection or small scratches and damages on the lid. Before putting clutch cover back in place, make sure the spring screws are tight enough. Place the cover back in place and put back all the screws except the two which are holding the clutch cable guide. After tightening all the screws, reattach the clutch cable and install back in place the cable guide. Before putting everything else back together, we have to make sure the clutch is working and also adjusting the clutch cable correctly. You can find on my channel video how to adjust your clutch cable as well. If you are happy with your clutch setting, you can install back the footpeg and also the rear brake lever, and then put back place the plastic cover on the engine. If you're feeling like your clutch might give up anytime and you're planning some long trip, you can also pack the socket for the central nut and at least 1, 2, maybe 3 friction plates, and in emergency situation might be enough to just replace those and you can get home. After you put everything back together, take your bike for a test ride, and after around 100 or more kilometers, check the clutch cable and adjust it as needed. And that is pretty much it. If you have any additional question, you can leave it in comment, and also if you find this video useful, you can like it and subscribe. See you next time.